will start in 30 seconds. This broadcast will start in 15 seconds. This broadcast will start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Voice of Stockton. For more information on The Voice of Stockton, go to thevoiceofstockton.org.
This is KBCC 89.5 FM, Tracy, California, Peace and Justice Network of San Joaquin.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Lance McHan, your local host, local real estate agent as well. Keller Williams, license number 01987449. My guest today is Drex Lee. He's a young entrepreneur and first generation immigrant, I guess would be the right word. No, your parents were immigrants.
Yeah, my parents were immigrants. I'm not an immigrant.
Yeah, first born American entrepreneur. So thank you for stopping in today.
Thank you for inviting me.
So tell me a little bit about your childhood, how you grew up. That way people kind of get an idea of where you were, because you're kind of like a rags to riches, so to speak.
I want to say riches, but I mean,
well,
you know, rags to better rags. I guess is a better way to put it.
I love that. That's funny. So tell me a little bit about your childhood.
Well, I mean, I feel like it's like the normal first generation experience, you know.
Well, that's not normal to a lot of people here. You know.
Right. So, like, you know, born in Stockton, folks got over here. Dad came first, mom came second, and then I was born a year after, and then Stockton Danbury Hospital.
Did they push you in school, like school, or? Yeah,
didn't work too well.
I know I'm having the same problem with my son. Right
yeah. I mean, you know, but yeah, you know, I guess with Asian parents, it's always about school and nothing else but school. Everything else is secondary. You know what I mean? You know, going outside and play is not very important. It's not important at all. You know, whereas most parents are like, you know what, you have to go outside and play, or you're not a normal kid.
Get out of my hair.
Exactly. You gotta get the sunshine, whatever. You know, I don't think that works. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it just makes us want to go outside even more.
Right.
You know, because I think they tried a different approach with my sister. She's like half my age. They're like, you should always go outside and play. My sister's like, nah, she stays in all day.
Well, it's kind of weird because, like, we used to be outside all the time, and now my kids are inside. I'm like, go outside.
Yeah. No, definitely.
They just don't want to go outside. They rather, you know.
I mean, when we were kids, it was like we had to avoid the cars on the street.
Yeah.
Now when I drive down the street, there's like no kids to hit. There's no kids to avoid. You know, it's like it's a different generation. You know, but no, I get it. You know, and growing up in Southside Stockton, you know, we had like a studio apartment, and then we moved over across the street to like a
1 bedroom, 2 bedroom.
It was like I don't really, it's like a house, but we lived upstairs.
Okay.
It was like one of those.
Okay.
You know,
like a duplex.
Yeah, in the south side.
Okay.
And then and then ended up moving up to north side. You know, parents worked the kitchens, and then
did you work with them as a kid? Did you?
Well, when they got their own business, I ended up working with them as a fourth grader. You know what I mean?
Wow.
You know, it was just us three, and mainly them two, but I was just there to kind of help out and
get yelled at.
Exactly, one of those, you know. But yeah, and that's kind of how it was.
Okay, so then you took off and went to college.
Yeah.
Where'd you end up going?
Went to San Jose State.
Nice.
So
what'd you study there?
You know, I switched my major like 7 times, man. It was crazy. You know, not being able to figure out what I really wanted to do. Did engineering, then did like criminal justice. It's all across the board, and
you were all over the place.
Yeah, and then like I went to Delta first, and I ended up transferring as an economics major.
I like economics. That's pretty interesting.
No, I got boring after. I loved the macro, but then I was so bored of the micro.
Oh yeah, micros. Yeah, just like, man,
And
what,
yeah,
killing me.
and I was like falling asleep, and I was just, I can't do this. So then I switched over to business, and then I was all right. This is
Did you
a lot better.
graduate with a business degree?
Yeah, and I added on a film degree.
Okay.
So, I mean, when I switched my majors, that's when I was able to excel in school. Cause then, you know, that's when you like what you do, and then it becomes easy.
Mm-hmm.
When general ed is like you hate everything.
Yeah.
You're like taking all these geology and like, man, what am I studying this for?
So
You
what
know?
made you get into film?
You know, it's
Like,
always been a hobby. So ever since I was like, well, in high school, I guess, you know, I would take a regular digital camera and just like try to make a music video with it.
Really?
Like a basic digital camera. It was horrible, but I mean, like
Compared to what we have today. Yeah.
no, yeah, definitely. And it wasn't even a camcorder. It was just a digital camera. Just you can imagine those bulky digital cameras back in the day. It was crazy.
The frame rates and all that stuff were probably.
Man, it was like, I don't know. I wouldn't even show those. I wouldn't even watch those videos anymore. It
Yeah.
was so bad.
It's like watching an '80s movie.
Definitely, man. And then, yeah, that's what, you know, got me to film. Like, you know what? I might as well have some fun in college, and just took the double major. So,
And so you're also a business owner.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
multiple business owners. So what businesses do you own currently?
My main business is my film business, and that's what I started with like 9 years ago when I officially went full on with my film company. And we started doing. Oh, I started doing music videos first, you know, and then that's what I was doing a lot while I was in college.
Who'd you do music videos for? Any big names?
Well,
Or a lot of underground?
we did a lot
hip-hop?
of everything. We did a music video back in 2012 or 13. We had Shiny Disco Balls with Scotty Boy. We hit #1 on Billboard dance charts. And then we did a few of them, but it took a while for us to get that right one to get to the #1 Billboard charts.
Oh, it's pretty impressive.
And then we had a repeat in 2017 with another song, also #1 Billboard charts. But only lasted a week, but it was still #1.
Hey, it's #1.
It was
man.
still
It's
number one,
It doesn't
you
matter
know.
how long it lasted. You hit it.
Definitely. And then we got
It's
on
like
the
you're the first one across the finish line. You
yeah,
win.
yeah.
So that's cool, man.
And we got on the you know, for multiple artists, we got on the Hot 100, you know, and then the top 40s for like a lot of the subgenres and stuff like that. We did a music video for remember the band Lit? Like they were really big in 2000.
Were they hip hop, rap?
No,
rock?
they were alternative.
Okay.
They had my own worst enemy.
Okay. Yeah.
You know that song?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we did a music video with him like back in 2012, I believe, and it shot in Las Vegas, and that one flew to like number 36.
That's pretty good, man.
So I mean, we had a lot of. So I kind of got out of the music video scene.
So what do you focus on right now as far as your videos?
Most of my stuff is all commercial work. Commercial work for like anybody. I don't know if you heard of Hennessy. You know?
Never heard of it.
Yeah, so you'd be surprised.
Really?
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
yeah.
I'd be like, oh, I've done a lot of work for like, you know, Stillhouse Whiskey.
Okay.
And they're owned by G-Eazy.
Okay.
And then so we in collaboration with that, we did a bunch of videos for him.
Okay.
And then
Dang, that's pretty cool.
Asus Computers, did a
Okay.
few stuff for them. Yeah, a lot of trying to think Orange Theory Fitness, you know.
Okay.
Did a lot of commercial work, man.
Commercial. That's where the.
So I mean, it's hard for me to come up with.
No,
like,
I'm just
who I'm
kind of giving people an idea what.
Yeah.
What, your background is.
Yeah, we did like
So
over
when
1,000 videos.
when you graduated with that degree, were you able to go out of college and to get a job immediately, or would that look like?
It was rough because that's like the idea, right? You go to college and you're like, all right, cool. Once I graduate,
Right.
I'm gonna go get a job. I'm gonna go apply at all these companies and then
Get a house, get a car,
Exactly.
have a family.
exactly. And then no, that didn't happen. Tried to though, you know.
Not for the lack of effort, right?
Exactly. You know, it was like a full-time job trying to apply to all these places like every day, every hour for like 2 years.
And nothing.
Well, I mean, a few callbacks, but I mean, No, I didn't get any jobs.
Wow.
It was crazy. It was like
Dude.
80K in debt, and it was just like
Yeah.
barely holding on to like just I found a place. It's like at a trailer home, and then it was like no one could speak English there, but I got a room there for like $300 a month.
So you're living in a trailer, just not knowing what.
Yeah,
to
it was crazy because every time the wind blew, I was like, man, this place is gonna fall over.
do. What nationality were they?
They were Vietnamese.
Okay.
They would sleep like at 5 p.m. The whole family, like 3 kids, mom, dad.
They just go to bed.
They go to sleep bed at 5 p.m. and then cause then the dad wakes up like at 3 p.m. 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. to go to work at the post office.
Okay.
So and the whole family just stays home. So and I was doing a side job at the nightclubs at the time too. I was still doing like all my side work, side hustle. And then it was crazy. I was sneak in like at 3 a.m. at night, and an hour later
The walls like.
yeah, it was crazy.
So when did you decide to hire yourself and become an entrepreneur?
Well, it wasn't necessarily like when I decided to hire myself, but it was more like being able to turn my side hobby into my full time, where like it was picking up, and and I decided, you know what, I'm not gonna apply to any jobs no more.
You're just gonna focus.
I'm just gonna focus on this and just go 100% with it.
Were you surprised at how well it took off?
Well, I wasn't surprised. The fact that I just realized that I knew what I was doing, and just building the relationships along with it. That's not to say that I was making a lot of money with it, but I got really busy with it. As in like I built all these relationships where like I wouldn't make much, but I was doing a lot for them. And then a lot of these businesses, companies were in the beginning stage, not in the beginning stages, but in a part where they're about to explode stages.
Right.
And
they didn't have a big budget to spend
exactly
$500,000 on
exactly
a string of videos, so they needed somebody to. You needed I wouldn't quite call it a resume, but
portfolio.
Portfolio. You needed
Right.
a portfolio, and they needed work, and you were like, "Hey, I need this. Let's work together." And
Right. And it was good because we built all these relationships. It wasn't just like me walking in like, "Hey, let me do a video for you," but it was more like getting to the topic of that. Like, "Oh, you do videos?" I'm like, "Yeah," and then we would have a drink at the same time, and then off to a good relationship, and then they needed a boost, and then I was their boost at the same time. At the time, I was making these contacts with all these artists and stuff like that, management companies, and then at the same time, I was like, yeah, I'll do your video for $100.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like, I spend like a whole month putting it all together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A month for $100. That's like, I don't know, 10 cents an hour.
It's not
but
even
like,
that. 'Cause, I mean,
yeah, maybe less.
I mean, it's probably down to like 3 cents an hour.
Right.
I do a little video editing, so I've been learning. I'm like, man, there's so much to it.
Yeah.
There's audio, there's color correction, there's graphics. It's just mind blowing.
And then because of that, I was able to turn out a good portfolio for these artists, and then other artists would see, managers would see. That's how I got really big in the music video scene, where like, everybody wanted to hit me up for a music video in the Bay Area.
Because you were cheap.
Not that I was cheap.
I'm just busting.
Because I had to, well, yeah, that too.
Yeah, but you were good. I mean,
but
they
then,
saw the quality.
exactly. So once, obviously, demand rises, costs go up, right? Like, okay, I can charge this much. And then same thing with the
start pushing the ceiling, and then you're like, okay.
The fortunate thing with the corporate is that these guys say like a Shoe Palace, right? I don't even heard of them. It's a shoe store at the mall.
Okay.
So I was with them when they were like at 10 stores.
Whoa, wow.
Now they're at like coast to coast 200. Nike's #1. You know what I mean?
Distributor.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
That's crazy.
So being able to help them grow, at the same time they were able to help me grow as well. They're the ones that got after doing all these videos for them. Nike's like, man, who's this guy? Because they would show them the videos. Right. So it's Adidas and like everyone else. They're like, man, who's this guy? Let's use him too. So that's how we were able to, I guess, grow together.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes that's the best relationships, man, because you guys know each other as you kind of, like you say, grow together, and then you're like,
Right.
it's just hand in hand. You guys both do it
Right.
all together.
And that's a very fortunate thing. Like, and also I didn't put all my eggs in one basket. I wasn't, man, I'm hoping this company really helps me blow. But I was, I was hoping a lot of different small companies. A lot of them fizzled out. But I mean, like, also a lot of, like, I want to say the handful of them that grew, we really grew.
Right.
So,
And you had a hand in that, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So
Created history. So you took your film company, and then would you do branch off to other personal businesses yourself? How?
It worked out because, so with my nightclub business,
What is your nightclub business?
So basically,
you have a nightclub, or do you?
No, I don't own a nightclub.
Damn.
I basically run a promotions business.
Okay.
Right. And before I want to say I was doing it for since 2012, 2013 is when I threw my first event. I started them as music video release parties.
Okay.
And then I already had a following for my music videos. So every time I did my music videos, you know what I mean? Like, it would
do a release party and people would show up to the club.
Exactly. And then, the owner is just like, man, you should just.
How'd you get 300 people here in 2 days?
Not even, man. Like, we would destroy it. Like, we would get it so crowded. And then, it just became a regular thing. And then back then when people would try to hit me up and be like, oh, man, let me get a picture with you. And now it's just like, man, what's up, man? I just have a drink. Because they would see me so often now, you know? And I'm just like, all right, cool. Because I became like a fixture in downtown San Jose, where I was doing events 3-4 times a week. If I'm not doing events, or a club event, I'm doing a concert. You know what I mean? We threw a huge concert with Tyga and DJ Mustard, Problem. We had huge turnout. It was crazy, and all that with opening Superfish in Stockton, because I was really huge into the culinary scene. I started a company called Cali Plate. It's all about California food media. And then, working with so much businesses like restaurants and stuff like that. And
what is
foodies?
Superfish?
It's basically a poke restaurant in Stockton, and then it serves natural tea. We don't use any syrups. I wanted to get into that because those were one of my two favorite foods, the poke and the milk tea.
You said something last night when we were talking that you said your health is your wealth.
Exactly, health is wealth, because I realized, what, I was drinking so much once, back then. I was drinking a lot because 3-4 events a week, you're like killing it, right? And
because everybody wants you to drink, and you kind of feel awkward if you don't have a drink in your hand.
I actually really liked drinking back then, and it was just I was getting too fucked up, and then sorry, I was drinking way too much, and then then I realized, what, regardless of how much money I make, it doesn't matter if you're not healthy, right?
Right.
So I made health, a really big focus, because I used to work out a lot, and then I would really just go for the looks of it without really caring too much about the cardio.
Right.
So I thought it was really healthy. Went to the doctor. I was just like, man, I can't wait for my A+ checkup. He was like, nah, man. Nah.
He was like,
you got
high cholesterol.
Yeah, he was like, you got to start. You run? I'm like, no.
He's like, what's cardio?
I was like, he's like, yeah, you gotta run.
Guns.
Yeah, man,
I don't need cardio.
It was crazy. I was 125 pounds, and I was pushing 250,
Dude.
squatting, benching, everything like that. Overhead presses. It was I was like, man, I felt like I was strong. And then I was like, nah, you gotta start running. You gotta start working out your heart. He was like, do you drink? I'm like, kinda. He's like, tell me the truth. I'm like, all right, yeah. I kind of black out 3 times a week.
Oh man.
And he was just like, oh yeah, you gotta cut that. So yeah, that's when I just cut down everything. And then, so when I go to clubs now, I still drink, but like one
moderate,
or two.
Yeah.
Very, very moderate than what I used to. I also don't recover the same.
I know, right? That's the worst, even as you get older, recovery.
Yeah.
So now what I do is I get club soda with a lime, so it looks like I'm drinking a cocktail. I'm just drinking water.
Ah, smart. Well, man, I take charcoal pills now.
Okay.
Yeah. It's ever since I crossed into my 30s, it's my hangovers. I would get 2 drinks and my hangovers are bad.
Oh wow.
So I would take charcoal pills and that would save me.
Oh, I didn't know that would.
Yeah, because then that's what they do in hospitals.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If you drink,
they give you charcoal.
They give you charcoal and it just flushes everything out. It absorbs all the toxins in your body. So
I did not know that.
Your poop is black, but it saves you from a hangover. You know what I mean?
So before you, because like even sometimes like you said, I could have 1 or 2 drinks and a couple hours later, I'm like, man, I got a headache already.
Man, I got a while I was in Mexico, dude. I had a drink, and then I didn't fall asleep yet. It was like 2 hours later, my head started banging.
A couple charcoal pills later, and you're better. How long does it take to work? Or you just
No, you're supposed to take it before.
Oh.
Or before you fall asleep. But I haven't fallen asleep yet. It was like, you know, I was at a resort and I was just like drinking one drink. And it was just like, oh gosh, the worst like hangover ever. I didn't even fall asleep yet. It was just like, it's happening like right after I finished my drink.
Right. Those were the worst because you're like, I can't even go to sleep. Like,
yeah, because you're hurting so much.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I dread going to Vegas day parties.
So then you took the film business to the club business to Superfish, the pokey place. And how's that? How's that? When did you open that up, and how's it doing?
Superfish, we opened about a year and 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and we really taken a different approach to restaurants. You know, we really wanted to be like, I really wanted to be like community focused, like in terms of the artwork, bringing the music, having community vibes. You know, we had a bunch of different types of events. We had a weekly music night going on, but we still have lots of shows all the time, but it's not as weekly as it used to be. And you know, I keep all the food to you know, really I try to make it as cheap as possible, and also as natural as possible. So all our stuff is healthy, all natural. And
Joe Mart's saying, "What's up?" What's up, Joe Mart?
So yeah, you know, and then that's how I wanted to be healthy, you know, a healthier Stockton, because, you know, after you work out, where's there to go in Stockton to eat? I mean, there's places to eat, but I mean, like, in terms of healthy, your options are very limited.
They are limited. I mean,
you know?
To me, you know, a poke place, Chipotle is, even the Chipotle is loaded with sodium, but that's all you got.
Yeah, that is all you got.
As far as cooked in front of you type food.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go to a higher end restaurant and get that quality, but
right.
when you get done, you don't want to go into a restaurant when you're all sweaty. You just want to go.
I mean, you just want to grab your food and go.
Yeah.
I mean, I get you can eat meal preps and stuff like that. That's cool. I mean,
but not everybody has. Everybody has the time to meal prep. They just don't make the choice.
Exactly.
Or you could buy your meal preps, but like you said, there is no quote unquote fast food place where you could just go get
fast casual. Exactly.
Fast casual and just just go grab something.
At our place, it's just like, you know, raw fish. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how much more healthy you can get than that. You know what I mean?
It's good.
Straight.
I took my son there a few weeks ago because Cheryl had told me about it.
Right.
I'm like, so I'm gonna go check it out.
Yeah. Right.
Who doesn't love poke?
Mm-hmm. And you know, it's we're not a chain. You know what I mean? Like, we're not a franchise. It's literally just from the ground up.
Not a franchise yet.
If you just
this guy's going places right here.
If you go there, you see like everything's all really community based. You saw the artwork and everything like that. It's all hand drawn and all hand painted.
Actually, I think I saw your brother there working on some video. Or
my brother,
or some guy was in there.
He was always in there working, doing things. You know, I'll leave my place open for people if they want to work on their music, work on whatever. It's always good. You know, that you can use my Wi-Fi. I just want to have that vibe where artists feel like they could come in and create. You know, because I'm an artist myself, so
there's that free space to go just
exactly. And you know, with that the whole health vibe, that's how I kind of got into the fitness, because if I'm already into fitness, and then, you know, it's just being in that space, right? The health space. You just know, like, so many people that are also into it, and then being able to work with these companies at the same time. You know, being able to see, like, man, this is a huge market.
It's $1 billion industry.
It's huge, and more, more. You know, because when we started with Orange Theory, there were like about 300 locations.
Dang.
And now they're well over 1,000 worldwide. You know.
So you went from film to club to pokey, and now you just recently opened a gym.
We like to call it fitness studio.
Fitness studio.
You know.
I like that.
We like to call it a fitness studio. Gyms are big box. You know what I mean. Fitness studios. You know, we want you to go in there and we'll define you. You know what I mean. We'll help mold you. You know, instead of going there doing your own thing, you know, we'll help mold you. You know, and that's what it's for. Is where people, they go to the gym, they're like, what do I do?
Yeah,
You know, like there's people that know what they do,
Right.
but there's a lot of people that
A lot of people who go into the gym, they just want to get healthy, but they don't know how. All they know is that I need to join a gym.
exactly.
They don't know the process.
They go and like do a few dumbbells, take a few selfies, and like, you know what, gym day, and then peace out. You know what I mean? And I'll tell them to do it again tomorrow. And then sometimes, I know you know those people that go to the gym like every day for 5 years, and you're still like, man, you still look the exact same.
And they, you know, they're there for 2 hours. They never break a sweat.
Yeah.
So what's different about your gym? Like,
well, it's like it's just guided. You know what I mean? Like there's lots of you know, group fitness studios around the country, even in Stockton itself. You know, but everywhere approaches it differently. You know, we're not CrossFit either. You know, we don't even have any weights in our studio.
Joe Mart was telling me that you have this row machine. Or?
Yeah, we have a water rower. I mean, you know, that's probably like the only machine we have.
He said it's pretty amazing what it does.
No, it is. It's you know, it's full body. You know what I'm saying? I like to say it this way: 10 minutes in our studio equals to like about 30 minutes on a treadmill.
Dang.
Yeah, so
I'm about to come check it out.
And our class is only 45 minutes long, and then it's something where like anybody can do. And then we've been seeing amazing results with our members. We only had like a month results so far.
You had some pretty amazing results in your first month.
I did, because then, you know, I actually kind of let myself go building the place because, you know, so stressed out, so busy. And then now, like, you know, it's done. I was able to go on a journey with my members.
Oh, how much weight did you lose?
I dropped 19 pounds in 3 weeks. Now I was 160. Then when I took that picture, I was down to 142, 141. Now I'm like hovering around 139.
Dang.
You know, but we're still like building muscle. We build lean muscle, and we cut out the fat. So and it's all body weight, you know,
exercise,
workouts. Yeah. And 45 minutes, you're in, you're out. You know, which works perfectly for a lot of people.
Yeah, not everybody's got a couple hours for the gym.
No, that's I you know, a couple hours you're just probably spending between on your phone.
It's really an hour and a half because you go home, you change, you get ready.
Yeah,
you go
yeah.
to the gym, then you gotta go home, eat, cook,
Exactly.
all this stuff. So a 45-minute workout is perfect. If you hit it and quit it, commit 100% to that 45-minute workout, and you'll get results.
Exactly, and that's the whole point that we have the coaches, right? That to make sure that you're accountable, to hold you accountable, to make sure you give your all for that 45 minutes. You know, because you can go to 45 minutes, but how hard are you gonna work? You know what I mean? And we, like I said, we've been having some like, you thought my results were cool. You know, like, man, there's so much other people's results. They were sending me pictures. I'm just like, man,
you need to put that on Facebook, man. It's like
incredible. I'm just like, wow. Like, I can't even believe it. I mean, I could, but I can't. You know, it's like one of those things where, like, you know, you're gonna see good results, but
you could, like, man, you're committed. And when you see that, it's not always about the money.
Right, exactly.
It's not always about the money.
A lot of it is just really investing in yourself. Like, whether you go buy a new car so you can enjoy a ride, investing in good food so you can eat healthy. You know what I mean? This is really just investing in your body. And for $99 to, you know, to completely transform yourself in a month, that's, man, if people knew that, you know, $100 could take you that far. You know what I mean? Like,
you're like, what have I been waiting for?
Yeah, because then you could pay, like, you know, all the other gyms rates, $40, $50. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, like, if you know what you're doing, that's completely fine.
But you're not getting a personal trainer in that
right.
$44. That personal training's extra.
Exactly. And then it was like $25 to $50. That's cool. I mean, I don't knock them. You know what I mean? It's great, but that's how we were able to make it affordable by putting you in a group. You know what I'm saying? So that you kind of split the costs. Right. You know? So, and then we try to, because I come from a nightlife background, so we try to make it like a club in there. Wow. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, instead of music going or what? We have like huge, like, no, we have like top 40, you know what I mean? Like a really good party music. So basically you go and you feel like you're about to party. We have the, you know, the club lights on, you know what I mean? The red lights. I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah, it's crazy, man. You know, instead of, you know, and we're like the DJs, right? The coaches are like the DJs, right? We're hyping up the crowd. You know what I mean? And then instead of dancing, you're working out. You know what I mean? So you still feel like you're in a club, but you're burning calories doing different things. You're doing a workout, and, you know, we're there. We're the DJ. We're hyping you up, and you get up.
I bet it feels good to see people's lives change. You know,
it's definitely crazy. You see them, like, because then on the first day, some people can't do anything. Like I'm holding their hand
Wow.
through the whole process, right?
Come on, you can do it.
Like a month later, now they're just like, bam, hitting like push-ups, hitting like.
You're like, who are you?
I remember at Orange Theory, like we would have some members that could never do a push-up, even after like 6 months.
Wow.
And I wasn't a coach there,
Okay.
but I was working with them. I was doing the basic testimonials and everything like that, trying to figure out the best marketing push for them, right?
Okay.
And a lot of times the members would tell me like this or that, so I could figure out, okay, yeah, this is how we make it work. You know what I mean? Or not for them, but for the company.
For the company, right.
Right. So, I was able to take a lot of insight and then put into our own studio.
Nice.
And then we found out what works, and then, what we were doing, man,
Killing it.
it's crazy working. You guys, Joe Mart.
Yeah, I know. He was crying the other day. Literally, nah. He's gonna kick my butt.
It's crazy in there. Like, all we're doing is working out. You know what I mean? Like, we get you to build your stabilization muscles so you really just balance. You know what I mean? A lot of balance, a lot of movement, a lot of functional workout. First and foremost, it's all about your form, building the foundation.
Form is so important. I
Definitely.
see people grab weight that they should have no business touching and trying to do it. I'm like, you're gonna kill yourself.
We don't have pull-up bars. You know what I mean? Nothing in there. We have no judgment. Nothing. There's nothing intimidating about it. You walk in there, you just see like a club, and you're ready to go dance. But instead, you're working out, and then it's like that goes around in the whole fitness thing. You know what I mean? So, health as well for people who are willing to invest in it, and that's actually really cheap, $99.
Heck yeah.
If you were able to go every single day for $99, that's personal training every single day.
Oh, you can go every day for $99?
Yeah, unlimited.
Wow.
We're gonna open up our Saturdays and Sundays as soon as we get more members and more demand, because for some reason nobody wants to work out on weekends.
Because they work all week
Exactly.
to cheat on Saturday and
exactly. Sunday. And we don't give out meal plans, or nutrition plans, but we give advice, right? I would never tell anyone go cold turkey, because that's really hard.
Oh man,
that's hard.
When I first met you last year, I was doing a competition.
Yeah.
And so I was at the chamber mixer, the one at the Hagen Museum where they have all the diversity mixer, and all that food in there was just killing me.
I bet. I ate a ton of little macarons. Whoever did a dessert menu, I was like, oh, macarons.
That was Chef Tobias. She makes some good pastries.
Man, that was really good. I was like, that macarons here.
I know. And then Red Orchid was there, and I was looking at all that Filipino food. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was dying.
Yeah.
It gives us a good time. So, I probably look different than I do now. My face is all sucked up.
Right.
Steps.
It is baby steps.
You can't go. Well, you can go cold turkey.
It's hard, and I feel like it shocks your body so much, and I don't think that's kind of healthy. I don't think that's healthy, right?
Yeah.
Like I like to say, I always tell members like, hey, you know what? Just slowly start it. Maybe when you go out to go eat, get chicken instead of like steak, or like get like switch up more, get more vegetables, or just start slowly getting to the point where like right now I can't even eat fat. Like if I get anything that's too fat, I'll get a headache.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? So you train your body to kind of get like eat healthy and become healthy, and it'll become the new normal. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, I don't know, eating crickets, right? Like you're not gonna eat a cricket. You're like, oh, that's gross. That's the same way I look at fat now. I'm just like, I can't touch it. You know what I mean?
But if you're on an island and that's all
you have no choice.
It
might be a good protein. You know what I mean?
Them crickets are darn good.
It might be a good protein source, but yeah, man.
That's cool. So how do people find you, find out more about you? What's the best way for them to connect with Drex and all your businesses?
Yeah, the best way to connect with me is really just like Instagram or Facebook. It's just all my name, Facebook, Drex Lee.
What's the name of your gym?
Power 45 Fitness.
Power 45. Where is that located?
Off of Pershing and Robin Hood.
Oh shoot, that's not too far from here.
No, that's pretty close, down the street. Down the street, and then Superfish is on West and March.
West Shopping Center. The old Longs. Is it Longs that was there?
It was there. Now it's CVS.
Okay.
Since they bought them all up, yeah. So it's West and March, and in San Jose, if you guys are ever in town, I help run a Myth nightclub every Saturday night.
Okay.
And
What if somebody wants to find you for some film work?
oh, that's the easiest part. That's the easiest part. You just
That's your
Google.
favorite.
You can just Google my name, you know, and then you can see all the articles that people written and stuff like that, and links to my videos and stuff. So I have over 1,000 videos.
Wow.
That I've shot already. So they're probably all up somewhere. It might be
Somebody's got them.
somebody's got them. It's all up there
Should
somewhere.
curate them and put them all in one spot. Like, bam.
You know, I had Vimeo deleted my account. I had over 1,000 videos on there, and Vimeo deleted my account. It's from like back then when I did like videos for like DJs and stuff, and then they had other people's music in there.
Oh.
So the copyright thing. You know what sucks too? I directed this one music video for like that was on VH1, and then it was like one of the dating shows. But then like yeah, so they took the rights to it, right? And then so it became copyrighted, and then Vimeo was like, "Hey, you can't put that. It's copyrighted." I know, but I directed it. That's a music video. I directed it. Like, oh, you gotta get a approval from this label. I'm like, how many hoops did I gotta hop through? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was just like I was
Just
like,
to promote your own.
so it was crazy.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
So over 1,000 videos, you know, like 4 of them had like copyrighted songs, and then they're like, oh, 3 strikes are out, and they wouldn't let me get my account back. So I got 1 of the strikes taken off from the label. I was like, oh, yeah, he's cool. And then, you know, but then like after that, they found another song, and it was okay, fuck it.
Couldn't you put it all up on YouTube?
I can, but
Taking the time. To
yeah, I have 1,000 videos, man. Like that's a lot. So you know, a lot of the videos I have on there now on my personal YouTube channel, is just like my personal videos, like when I go on trips and stuff like that. And all the music videos are the artist just posts it now, so we don't compete for views, you know. So, you know, after directing music video, it's all theirs,
Right.
you know. And for the corporate stuff, you know, the corporations have them. You know, I don't know if they post. They sometimes post it on YouTube, sometimes not. They usually use it for like their own social media and stuff like that to promote it, and they also show investors like, oh, this is what we got. This is how dope it was, you know. So
Cool.
yeah, man.
Well, thank you for stopping by, man. I
Always a
appreciate
pleasure,
it.
man.
Look forward to doing some business with you.
Of course, let's do it.
Take care, everyone. Have a great day. And be kind to everyone out there, because you never know when somebody's going to change your life. But more importantly, you never know when they're going to change yours.
Yep.
Take care.